Yeah, how long are we going to be?
As long as you want, talking about Brighton.
I don't know, is that it?
So, we're recording a show, Nick.
Second shot, Sullivan off his right. Oh, Chicago. I do not believe that. Harry. Oh, this is getting better and better and better. It's Torres holding his tie. In the Champions League final. The headline has been written.
Hello and welcome to the V2 Football Podcast. I'm your host Shane Lees, and joining us this week we've got Richard Hero Hudson.
Good evening.
Nick Davey.
Yeah, good evening.
And Anthony Kendrick.
Hello everyone.
Let's talk about Brighton.
Yeah, it's all going well, isn't it? So it's taken a little bit of a statistic. It's taken Chris Hughton 7 games to accomplish what Sammy Hippier took in his whole reign at the club.
Can I just say it's interesting that Brighton, because they've got 6 wins and a draw, they're top of the Championship.
Yep.
All their wins have come by a single goal.
Yeah. Well, I think that's just the nature of the Championship for you. I mean, it's a very tough league, and to be fair, every game we've had to work very hard for the win, and it's not taken away from the club centre. It was all luck because we've been playing some fantastic football, and we actually look dangerous going forward, which we didn't do at all last season.
Do you think Brighton can keep this up over the course of the season? Do you think they could be promotion contenders?
Of course not. I think you'd have to be very, very optimistic to say we're going to do this all season. But one thing I think I think it's just the case of enjoying it, really. I mean, I know I ramble on about it, and it's pretty the boring answer for it. But I think, as I say, I don't know whether there's so much pressure on other teams to succeed, but I just think there's just such a big buzz around the club at the moment. Saturday was absolutely outstanding. I mean, as a whole, for the tributes to the tragic events, obviously on the A27 a few weeks ago. So that was brilliant, and I think it's just such a good connection at the moment with the players, the fans, and it just feels like such a nice place to be at the moment. And as I say, I mean, at the moment, I don't think 1 defeat, 2 defeats is actually going to damage what's going on at this football club at the moment.
Has your club got money?
Well, it's not obviously like for instance Rotherham last night who can go out and splash players, but in that sense it's certainly not a club on your Middlesbroughs, your Derbys, your Hulls, QPRs. It's not on that wavelength. But
I'm just thinking more. It's like if they do manage to keep it up all season, and they get promoted to the Premier League.
I think if they get promoted, obviously the Premier League, you're a bit more relaxed on you can actually spend money. I think the club have tried so hard in recent years to comply with financial fair play, and I think that's why we're really disappointed that QPR aren't getting the book thrown at them. I mean, they should be hit with a £100 million fine, in my opinion, because they've abused the rules. Yeah. It's cheating at the end of the day. We've actually obeyed by it very well, and I think that's why we're set up so nicely for this season, because we've managed to get the players we wanted in.
Because I've heard sort of like I think it might have been Anthony that was saying like if they came up, then they'd be rivaling Derby.
I think Chris said that. Yeah, no, I think you always think that with the small clubs. Well, clubs you've never really have never been in the Premier League before, but it's too far in the future to talk about Premiership football.
But do you think it's a possibility that Brighton might be able to finish in the playoff places this season?
Well, we've done it before, haven't we? So it's certainly not impossible. I mean, I think every year, I think every single Championship club will always want that. I think let's be realistic. No one's going to go, I don't think playoffs we should be aiming for. You have to always aim as high as possible, really. There's no point in even turning up and playing football every week, is there? Obviously, there's been realistic, but we're a club, we're like loads of other Championship clubs. I think, why not? We've got a good team, so I think there's certainly a good chance. Especially we started off the season extremely well. Obviously, we have to be realistic. We're not going to go the whole season unbeaten, but we've set ourselves up nicely up until we've got a fantastic stage now to perform on. We're 5 points clear already, which I don't think anyone in their wildest dreams could have actually dreamt of. So it's all going well. And so I'll just tell Mr. Hughton just to keep it up, really, and say he's getting it all right at the moment. And so it's just a fantastic place to be at the moment.
Okay,
One of my first ever memories was a Brighton game.
Yeah, what, the 1983 Cup final?
Yeah.
Yeah, Smith must score.
I do think it's a great start for Brighton, though. The fact they're so clear that if they get a few more wins, you'd have to obviously back them to get at least playoffs.
Well, I think, of course, yeah.
The thing I would say is that it's not how you start in the Championship; it's how you finish.
Absolutely. Every year, if teams start off well, then they die it down. Like Derby, for instance, their spectacular collapse.
That's what I was thinking.
Forest did it. I think it was a year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, Forest every year.
I think as long as you.
We always joke around with that Forest. They sort of start off well, get to Christmas, have a shake. They sack their manager, bring another manager in, end the season on a high, start the season off high. It just goes around in a massive Forest circle, really.
I think as long as you start off reasonably, you're in the group.
Exactly.
I think that's all that matters at this point. But obviously, it is great for Brighton to be 5 points clear and only side unbeaten, I believe.
And one thing I will say is, like last season, it's the case of, everyone's playing awful. I'm struggling to see anyone, no player has actually put in a bad performance for us this season in any game, which is quite incredible, really. And it's even the players like the end of last season, Bruno and Gordon Greer, people saying they've had it, they're not good enough to play for us anymore. Bruno especially, he's been absolutely outstanding. I mean, he's kept Rossini out of the team, but Rossini's slowly starting to become a winger as well. And Greer as well, he's keeping Dunk out of the team, who we obviously managed to keep from going off to Fulham for $5 million. So it's such a competition of players. I think they said it on the radio on Saturday after the game that when you're in a relegation back at the end of last season, everyone looks to sort of, if someone's broken a fingernail, they'll say, I'm injured for tonight. But I mean, in the Championship, everyone wants to, if you're top of the league, everyone wants to be fit, everyone wants to play and it's just, so all I'll say is keep it going, lads.
Okay, well, yeah, obviously Houghton's doing a very good job, and I personally really hope we can see Brighton in the Premier League one day. We're going to move on to our final discussion topic, and I'm including this one because it really annoyed me when I saw it was being discussed on Sky News earlier. The question is, how high can Leicester finish? And this is the thing that will surprise a lot of you. The most common answer, the most voted for answer, was somewhere between 5th and 10th place.
Yeah, it's
top
probably
10. Most people were saying 7th.
I think they'll finish high end of the bottom half, so 12th-ish.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if they finish 7th. Extremely surprised if over the whole season they ended up finishing 7th.
I say between, at the start of the season, just to remind everyone, all of us, I think pretty sure all of us did say, myself included, I think she said 20th place. We all said they would struggle this season, and I'll throw my hands up. I was the main one I think I was the main ringleader behind this, and said, I think they'll be doomed this season under Ranieri, but look how well they've done. I mean, and I thought that performance against Villa, the second half, they were absolutely outstanding, weren't they?
It was
so
brilliant.
much fun. It was so much. I'd say it's one of the best Super Sundays I've seen for a long time. I thought it was so fun to watch.
I will say this though,
I still think they'll finish around 16th.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. I do think they will, because they are going to drop off. I guarantee they will drop off at some point. When they drop off, they'll drop off in a big way. But when people are saying they'll finish 7th, 8th, 9th, I think they're forgetting that you need well over 50 points to go and do that.
And you need the squad as well.
Southampton finished, what was it? I think it was 7th, and we had almost 60-something points. It is, you need so many points to finish that level. I don't think I can see Leicester doing what they're doing against the smaller clubs all season. Cannot see that at all. So I think people are getting a little bit carried away. I'd like to see Leicester do well. For me, they're a bit of a classic Premier League club. When I was growing up, they were a Premier League club. They were always there. They were in the old games when I was playing them when I was 7 and 8 and 10. So I always liked Leicester, but people are getting too carried away. I'd predict 14th. I think that would be an absolute good season for them. I think that's them consolidating their safety in the Premier League. For people thinking they can go on to do 7th or something like that is
we need
crazy.
To get some level-headed Leicester fans on and ask them.
Yeah, well, let's hope we can get Gary Lineker on. I reckon we might be able to put him.
Best man in football.
If you asked the Leicester fan before the season started what they'd be happy with finishing the season after, they'd have said 17th.
17th, yeah.
Okay. Right, we've got to finish it off there because we've got a bit over time. So thank you for joining us this week. We've got the what's it called?
BAFTA.
The BAFTAs, right? If you look on our website at V2 Football, you'll see that there's an award ceremony going on at the moment. You can vote for us in that,
Please vote for us. We need to go there.
Yeah, but it's an award ceremony. Vote for us for the best football blog. If you like the podcast, if you like the forum, if you like all that, please vote for us. It will mean a lot to the website.
And me.
Yeah, and to Nick especially. He wants to go and meet Bianca Westwood.
I
Also,
think we all do.
We can get that also being hero can get that selfie.
please also follow us on Twitter at V2Football. Please check out the forum at 606V2. That's all from me. Thank you and good night from all of us.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.